Welcome back, everyone, to the coverage of the SEASL Code A Finals. We're into the final match now. We're going to have nGenRefallen as our green Protoss at the top left-hand corner versus we are going to have Far as our teal Terran down the bottom left. Is it going to be GSL Crevasse as the first map? Both these guys come through quite a few games to get here. I believe they're fighting for either $100 or 75 plus. Both of them are qualified for the StarLeague Code S tournament that starts next week against where the real talent of SEA is. All except Andy. Or Moonglade, because he's not allowed because he's just too good.
But he doesn't mind. He said, it's okay, I feel good that I'm too good for a tournament, so...
Well, he has a lot of bigger things on his plate right now. But that's all good. So... coming from both of these guys' styles, I think we're going to see some fast expanded coming out from Refallen. It is going to actually be more effective in the recent patch due to the stem increase coming out from the for Terrans. So we'll see. Interesting to see how that works out. What do you think, Kelly?
I kind of think Refallen is on top on this one because I haven't really seen much of Far play, but from what I've seen so far, he has problem macroing during late game, and Refallen is really a sick macro Protoss player, which is almost every Zergs and Terran terror, you know? Like, he would try to even out macro you. If you're on 2 base, he's gonna go on 2 base as well, and his force fields are really strong as well, and he likes to go for that death ball, which is proving to be very hard for both Terran and Zergs to deal with at the moment, which is a Colossus White Ray and Soccer build. So my pick is kind of Refallen, but I hope Far is able to, you know, show that he is one of the top dogs as well.
Yeah, we do see that one gateway so far for Refallen. Is he going to start saving money up for that Nexus or not? As the one gate expand for Protoss is, it's fairly commonly used, but not so much recently. But I think it's going to come back into fashion due to that stim nerf, as I was saying earlier. We do have a Cybercore going down now for Refallen. And a second gas, so it is not going to be a one-gate expand. We'll see which way he wants to go with it. This map definitely does favour a lot of Colossus use due to the the mass amounts of cliffs that you see as you go from one base to the other. But it also comes down to really controlling these Zelnage towers. He really needs to keep on top of that. We do have a factory coming down for Far.
I think, like what you said, Refallen is most probably going to go for 3-gate expand, which is really common for his own build. He's reading a bunker up front, so he's definitely going for some kind of tech. Even if it's not a tech, it's going to be an expansion on his natural. But I haven't seen Refallen done anything different besides the pretty standard 3-gate expand.
We'll see which way he wants to go with it. That second gateway out now. He does. He will want to go forward and just have a look around with this first dog. We got a bunker going down near for Far. That should be a big warning sign for Refallen. We do have that tech lab going down on the bunker with the starport being made as well. Given the fact that Far's always been a good, has been always going for that harass style play. We'll probably be seeing it this time as well. But the timing of this, there's no real reason why Refallen should be caught off guard by this. He does have a pylon going down at the natural here for Far, just to see if any kind of expansion goes down. But at the moment, there's only 4 Marines at that one bunker, and that's very dangerous, especially if Refallen does go for this 2-3 gateway poke that I've been seeing a lot more common these days in PvT, and it really does set a bad precedent if that does happen. We do have Cloak on research on the way now, and it looks like this one stalker going to be pushing up? No, there's one SCV coming out. More units being warped in. 2 sentries actually being warped in for Refallen. Wants to try and force field off that bunker by the looks. We do have an expansion going down. Bit of an odd choice to Far to go for the one with less gas, considering he's going for some Cloak Banshee play. He did not currently see that pylon, but we got units warping in here. These rocks are going down. A second bunker being thrown down by Far. This Banshee is on its way. It's about halfway done, but it's going to come down to if Refallen gets a lot more zealots out here. He does have 3 gateways. He's got his robotics facility down, so he should be safe from that Banshee. He's going to see this one bunker, and he should just force field in, and there we go. No repairs for you, buddy. All this bunker damage going down. He's actually removed all the units from there. The Marines out in here now. More force fields going down. These Marines being picked off one at a time. Jump straight into the second bunker and forcing Refallen to back off. but Refallen should see exactly what's coming on now.
Bro, that was kind of good play by Refallen there. I will say Refallen like you. But Refallen this time not going for a 3-gate expand because of the Banshee. I mean, he did go for a 3-gate expand, but as in he went for a Robo Bait earlier than he usually would have, and the force fuse that he did to force off the SCVs was pretty good, but there was, I mean, I didn't think it was kind of enough, and I wasn't sure what kind of harass he expected to do with almost no army and purely sentries at all. Because bunkers do hold pretty well against any 3-gate push, and it wasn't even a 4-gate. Otherwise, he could have kind of done more damage to that. He does see the Banshee completely, and I think Far right now must be pretty upset and thinking to himself, oh my god, I wasted so much money and gas on taking out the cloaked Banshees, and they're gonna be absolutely no use at all because the Observer was up so early. Raven actually being built by Far right now, so it's quite interesting. That means we're probably going to see an early push. What do you think?
Well, right now he's sitting on a slight advantage at the moment for Far, as he does have that extra base up. It's not going to be as effective as Refallen's here because it will actually count. It's actually going to put Refallen ahead if he can keep up with this probe production. He actually has more probes than Far has SCVs. He does have that. He also will have that better expansion coming out. More racks being thrown down here by Far. Do we have? I'm just having a look over here. We do have STEM research on the way now. That Raven's going to help out with those Stalkers. But it really comes down to the unit composition that we're going to see here from Refallen. We got this Banshee continuing to do damage on 16 health. Where are the Stalkers? Is warping in a sentry not the best choice because it is going to get taken out. I would have thought a Stalker would be better. He's on 4 health. This Banshee does now have 12 kills, 13 kills, and he's going to get backed off.
Oh my god.
And that is a big blunder by Refallen. He really should have had a Stalker there.
I can't even click on the Banshee to see how much life it has because the production tab is being a jobber and he has, like you said, 13 kills. I mean, that's kind of too many kills, especially the fact that you already have an Observer up, plus you do have Stalkers that you can warp in, and right now the Banshee is doing so much damage at the natural of Refallen here. Refallen kind of not playing well today, really weirdly, and the moment he moves his Observer over to his natural, that Banshee at the main of Refallen, the Banshee at the main of Refallen is just gonna come in and go at his main, so this is too much damage from a Banshee. 8 kills on this. That means he picked up about 20 probes.
About that, let's have a look. We do have 13 kills on that Banshee. We've got upgrades coming out now for both players. We got the +1 armor upgrade straight away for Refallen. We've got the +1 attack for Far, Stim, and Concussive Shell as well. So we're going to be transitioning to a pretty standard mid game. But still, this expansion placement for these two players is going to play a big factor. We still have that pylon down here for Refallen. He will actually, if any kind of command center is tried to be warped over, you can actually just warp in a Zealot underneath it to cancel it, which can be very frustrating for Far to deal with. We don't actually have a robotic speed. Whoa, someone's lagging.
Well, you know what could be very deadly for Refallen right now? This is actually kind of near the timing window where Far should actually push in with a massive bio army, and he can actually effectively take down almost everything that Refallen had, but it seems like that's not his plan because he is going for that second expansion over there. You can see his third command center is being built at the moment, and well, I kind of think that the longer he drags this out, the more disadvantage he is gonna get because he doesn't seem to be going for Viking tag, which would effectively counter any Colossus play that is highly possible that is gonna come from Refallen later on. So there's a Helen actually in the second natural of Refallen, and well, didn't manage to see anything, but it was still in there for longer than it should have. And DT is coming up for Refallen.
Yeah, as well as some Blink Stalkers to take advantage of the very cliff-natured of this map. We do have 3 dropships and a Raven coming across here to do a drop into the natural for Refallen. He's ready for it, though. He does see something coming, as I believe his observer here saw it. I didn't actually catch exactly what happened, but he's got a lot of units sitting there. Does he see it to drop coming across? He saw the Raven on the left-hand side. Just looking at his vision here, going straight into the main. Here we go, so he is pulling back, trying to be ready for it. We do have those 2 Stalkers caught out of position. The Observer straight over that, actually gets taken out by the units. No, what? It's on 5 health, but he ran straight past it. All these Marauders. Here we go, so the Marine Marauder army. Where's the PDD? There it is. And these units are now morphing straight, just wrecking through these gateway units because of that PDD. It is gone down now. It will be seeing these units go nuts. But it's still Marauder heavy versus Stalker heavy. It's not looking good for Refallen right now. He still has those 3 dropships. They are running low on energy, but the Marauders are absolutely tearing through all these Stalkers, and that's not looking good for Refallen right now because he is 12 workers down, can't deal with it. Calls GG.